Hi guys, welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Angel, and today we're going to do my August plant haul. Okay, so I just wanted to get the ball rolling with the plants that I received this month as gifts. So the first two are gifts from two coworkers who I absolutely adore. So Alexis and Julissa, thank you so much for the plants. I love them. So the first one is this moon cactus, which it's so crazy because one of the original plants that I ever got from a friend was moon cactus as like a housewarming gift, and I just kept killing my succulents, but I thought that my cactus was doing well because it was growing little babies and everything like that. It wasn't doing well anymore, and it was turning all kind of wrinkly and different like muted colors. It wasn't happy. The very next day, when I just decided to give up on that guy, they came with these new plants and she brought me a moon cactus. So I thought it was so great because I do love this cactus. It's so vibrant and colorful. I love how the new growth comes on it with like little tiny bulbs all around, and I just found out that they bloom. So I think that it's so pretty, and I love that it's two cactuses or cacti on top of one another. And I'm so happy that I get to have a second chance at keeping one of these babies alive. And it's so small, it's so cute. So I definitely love this one. And this one actually is kind of two-toned. It has reddish on the bottom, and then it kind of goes into like a light orange on the top. So that's pretty cool too. I think my other one was like completely orange, or maybe it was completely red. I'm not sure, but it is a little bit different, this one, so I like that too. And then the other one they got me is this super cool zebra plant. So I had never really seen one of these, and it kind of looks like aloe vera to me, but the texture is very, very cool. It kind of reminds me of tentacles in like a sea creature that are like coming up. It's so cute and little, and the babies are growing on this side. It has little mini ones and some mini ones on the inside that are coming up. So I am going to make sure that I do my best to ignore these guys and not overwater them, because I definitely want them to thrive and to grow and to have them for a very long time. Okay, the next wonderful person who got me some plants as gifts this month is my wonderful mother-in-law, who just continues to help my collection grow. And she got me this adorable cylinder sansevieria. This one was in a different pot when I got it, but it was super root bound. The roots were just coming right out the bottom. So I put it in this terracotta pot, and I think that it really enjoys the terracotta. I love not only the shape of this snake plant, but also the coloring. It also kind of reminds me of like a zebra or a little bit like camo print. It's so vibrant and colorful. I just think that it's so different from the other sansevierias that I have. This is definitely one of my smaller ones. The two sansevierias that I have are much larger, so I'm excited to have a smaller one that I can see grow. I haven't really noticed much growth in this one yet. I haven't seen any new babies coming out since I've gotten it, but like I said, I did have to repot it, so I think that might be why. This one just lives in this area over on the other side of my bookshelf, so I think that it will do well in this area. So this is a spider plant, and I have been wanting one of these for a long time because I love how large their foliage is and just out there. Almost reminds me of like gigantic blades of grass. I don't know why. Even the texture kind of feels like grass to me. I think that the almost lime color of the foliage with the white border is very cool, and I'm excited for her to grow little spider babies. She lives in Shane's office, which has now become my desert room. So it has very high light and no humidity, so it's more of that dry air. I know that spider plants like a lot of light, like very bright light, so I hope that this one will be happy there. The moon cactus and the zebra plant are also in that desert room. That is all the gifts that I got. Now on to the plants that I bought myself. So the first one I will just talk about is this little cactus, and let me try and pronounce the name. I'm not even sure if this is really the name of it, but that's what my app identified it as, is a mammillaria, I think. I'll have it on the screen. But I didn't know what this was. It was literally on clearance, and I had just been wanting to get more into cacti, and I don't know why I saw it, and I saw that it was on sale, so I was like, why not? It was $1.87. Like, it's so cheap. So I have this one also in my little desert office room, and yeah, I don't really know much about this guy. I don't know how he grows or blooms or whatever. I just think that he's kind of cool looking. This next baby you will probably recognize if you watched my last video. So this is the Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. And I got her from Plantarina. And when I unboxed her, her aerial roots were huge. She had one that was just so long, probably over a foot long. And I did not know what the heck to do with it. So I asked on Instagram, and a lot of people said that I should just repot her. So that's what I did. I had to cut a couple of leaves off because when I unboxed her, they were kind of crumpled, and I tried to straighten them out, but they just got really crispy and just had a lot of broken pieces, and they weren't like holding themselves up like these ones are. That kind of sucked. It definitely makes it look a little less full, but that's okay. It's growing new leaves and everything, so I think she'll look full again in no time. I think that this one, with its smaller leaves, the fact that it's more like a viney plant, it's just, I'm very drawn to it. So I'm excited for this one to grow and get nice and long. And it is in my dining room on the other side of the bookshelf as well. So I hope that it enjoys it over there. Now to my rattlesnake. This rattlesnake plant is so trippy. I saw someone have it on Instagram, and I just thought, how cool is that? I love plants that are named after animals that really take after them. This rattlesnake plant is so true to its name. Even like, okay, yes, the foliage is kind of shaped like a rattlesnake tail, but just when you move it around, it looks like rattlesnake tails that are like going off. It is tricolored, which I also love. So not only does it have like the two-tone green, but when you flip it upside down, it has this beautiful burgundy, like purple color on the underside of its foliage, and that to me is just so beautiful. I see that it has grown some babies, and it got a couple yellow leaves when I brought it home, so I had to chop 1 or 2 leaves off, but other than that, it's done really good. I did have to repot it because, again, its roots were outgrowing its nursery pot already. But it has been living in what is now my office, that is now the jungle room, where I have my big humidifier and all of my tropical plants. So this one lives there. It's high light, high humidity, and it seems to really enjoy it. Speaking of enjoying things, this is my Enjoy Pothos. I don't know why I just keep collecting different pothos, but I absolutely love this guy. I feel like this pothos variety is equivalent to the Brazil philodendron variety. Just how each leaf is so unique. and they're very striking with the different colorings, and it's not just that it's like a dark green and a white, but even this one has two different types of greens and the white, and that is just so beautiful to me. It came in a different pot, and it was a cute pot, but it didn't have a drain hole, so I immediately had to take it out of that pot and I put it in a terracotta, because I noticed that some of my pothos tend to hold on to moisture more than other plants. So I have 2 pothos in terracotta and 2 pothos in ceramic pots. I'm kind of testing it out, but I definitely feel like I feel more comfortable with my pothos being in terracotta. I just noticed that this one has done better than, let's say, like my marble queen pothos gets really brown on a lot of its leaves, and I'm not really sure why. I know that it's not environmental, so I kind of feel like it must be the soil and the pot. If this one continues to do well and my marble queen just still gets brown spots on its leaves, I might just have to trade that one over into a terracotta as well. This one just sits on my bookshelf. I think that pothos just look really beautiful as decoration because they're not too like in your face like a begonia, but I feel like these kind of do well with being pretty but kind of just being okay sitting in the background. And so that's why I love having my pothos on my bookshelf. The pot that it came in had this moss around it, and I just thought it was so pretty, and it really does well to play off the plant, and so I just kept it. And I wasn't sure, like I don't really have a lot of moss on any of my plants, like this is really the only one, so I wasn't sure if I had to take it off when I water this guy, but they're little pieces of moss, like it's not just one round thing. So it was a lot of work to do that when I repotted it. So I just have been watering my pothos with the moss still on the pot, and it's done okay. So hopefully that is what I'm supposed to do, and it continues to thrive. I have noticed a lot of new growth on the inside, and I don't know, I feel like it's empty right here, so I'm trying to get it to be a little bit more full, because this side is clearly full, but I feel like it's kind of facing that way. So I don't know, it's growing odd. So I'm trying to train some of the new growth to face in a different direction, but I feel like soon it might start to trail because it's already getting these long stems here. And the last plant that I have is my problem child, the Caladium Pink Splash. At least that's what it was labeled as. My plant app calls it an angel wing. She has had spider mites, and I started to notice little webbing around her soil. I sprayed her with my 7, and I've done that twice now, and I've just kind of waited. I just haven't had the opportunity to kind of repot her and give her fresh soil. So I plan on doing that. That is my next big project that I plan on doing. I've trimmed maybe 5 of her stems because they just get like completely yellow and they just droop down. And so I've had to cut a couple of her stems off, but she is growing new babies. She has 4 new babies that she has unfurling here, and then some new growth down here. So I know she's doing okay, like she's not dying, but I just can't seem to get rid of these pests on her. And I know it's not really gonna fully go away until I repot her. So I am gonna do that. I do plan on doing that. I have her in my quarantine area that is in my jungle room. She's just like on the very far wall, not around any of my other plants. I will have to keep you guys updated on her once I do get her repotted, and hopefully no more spider mites will be on this baby. Similar to the arrowhead plant, I just think that the foliage is very unique, and especially with these ones, because the ones that are mostly pink are almost see-through because the pink is so light. I don't really have that many pink plants. They're more of like a reddish plant, except for my begonia, but that even still is a little bit purplish. This is like baby pink. It's so beautiful. I do like the green, but I think that I almost am more drawn to the foliage that just has the green on the outer rim and it's just really pink throughout the whole foliage. I think that that's so cool and a little bit trippy, but it makes for a very delicate leaf. Like, it feels paper thin. The ones that have the green are a little bit more solid, like they're not as flimsy, I feel like, but the ones that have the pink are definitely more fragile, I feel like. All right, guys, well, that is it for my August plant haul. Let me know what exciting plants that you guys got this month. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and as always, please subscribe if you have not already. I post new videos every Wednesday and Friday, so I will see you in my next video. Bye!